Good morning, guys. Welcome to my channel once again. Today is Saturday, the 5th of April, the year 2025, and as always, I have some well analyzed matches for you. So, guys, talking about yesterday's results, our predictions did not go well. For the first video, which I made earlier on, I provided four matches with a total of 2.55 odds, and we missed one. The match involving Red and Amstetten was the match that messed up our selections yesterday. My prediction for that match was Red to win at full time, but surprisingly, Red lost. Sorry, they drew that match. It was a very shocking result because Red has been in very good form. So nobody expected them to draw that match. It's a match they should have won, but they drew and they destroyed our selections yesterday. All the selections went well. Tom versus Scaffoldson over 1.5 goals. Arau versus Ted Uchi over 2 goals. Randers versus Midgetland. Midgetland to score at least 1 goal. And then for the second video, which I made much later in the day, we were quite lucky with one of those tips. I provided four matches with a total of 2.56 odds, and we missed one of those tips. The match involving Al Hilal and El Nassr was the one that messed up our second video selections yesterday. My prediction for that match was Al Hilal to win or draw, but they lost that match to El Nassr. Other selections went well. Tampines versus Gila International. My prediction was both teams to score. Ton versus Kafusin, Ton to win at full time. Paris versus Clermont Foot, Paris to win or draw no bet. So guys, that was that for yesterday. Today is another day, and I've taken my time to come up with very good and well analyzed matches for you. So without much waste of time, let's get started. The first match, as you can see here, is from the Israel Liga. It's a game involving Maccabi Tel Aviv and Maccabi Netanya. My prediction for this match is Maccabi Tel Aviv to win at full time at 1.33 odds. If you're not comfortable with a straight win, you can go with a double chance or a draw a bit for this match. But I feel Maccabi Tel Aviv should win this match. They've been in a very good form and they need three maximum points from this match. So Maccabi Tel Aviv should be able to beat Maccabi Netanya at full time. Let's look into the data for this match. So looking at the data here, we can see that Maccabi Tel Aviv are first on the table. Maccabi Netanya are sixth on the table, and then we look at the head-to-head between these two teams. We can see here that the last six times these two teams have met, Maccabi Tel Aviv has always been dominating. They've always been winning. And then we look at the current form here. We can see that Maccabi Tel Aviv, in their last six home matches, they've won four times, lost once, and drew once. And then when we look at Maccabi Netanya away from home, we can see that the last six away matches, they've won three times, lost two times, and drew once. So here, Maccabi Tel Aviv have the advantage. And then when we look at the standings on the table, let's really take a look at the standings on the table. So looking at the standings on the table here, we can see that Maccabi Tel Aviv are second with 57 points. So a victory today will take them to top of the table. So I'm sure Maccabi Tel Aviv want to do everything possible to get three maximum points that will take them to the top of the table. That's why my prediction here is Maccabi Tel Aviv to win at full time at 1.33 odds. Next, we have a match from the England Premier League. It's a game involving Everton and Arsenal. My prediction for this match is Arsenal to win or draw at 1.24 odds. So here we give Arsenal the advantage. They've been very consistent and they have quality team with quality players, they should be able to beat Everton or at least get a draw at 1.2 for odds. Looking at the data here, we can see that Everton are 15 on the table, while Arsenal are second on the table. And then we look at the head-to-head between these two teams, we can see that Arsenal has always been dominating. And then looking at their current form here, we can see that Everton in their last six Premier League matches, you can see that Everton has won two times, drew three times, and lost once. And then we look at Arsenal away from home, we can see that the last six away matches, Arsenal has won three times and drew three times. So here we give Arsenal the advantage. We give Arsenal the advantage. Arsenal has been very, very formidable. They've been very impressive, and they should be able to win this one or at least get a draw at 1.24 odds. Next, we have a match still from the England Premier League. It's a game involving Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest. My prediction for this match is over 1.5 goals at 1.29 odds. So here we go with the goal market. These two teams are very good in goal scoring, and we should be able to see at least two goals in this match at 1.29 odds. Looking at the data here, we can see that Aston Villa are 7 on the table, while Nottingham Forest are 8 on the table. And then we look at the head-to-head between these two teams. We can see here that Nottingham Forest has won two times, Aston Villa three times. All the fixtures ended in a draw. And then when we look at their head-to-head here, you can see that these two teams always score lots of goals whenever they meet. So we expect to see goals today. Now looking at their current form, we can see here that Aston Villa has been very impressive at home. Their last six home matches, Aston Villa has won three times, drew two times, and lost just once. And you can see that Aston Villa scores and concedes so many goals at home. And then, sorry about that, guys. So looking at their home form here, you can see that Aston Villa, their last six home matches, Aston Villa has won two times and drew four times. And when you look at their record, you can see that Aston Villa has been scoring and conceding so many goals at home. And then when we look at Nottingham Forest away from home, you can see that the last six away matches, Nottingham Forest has won three times and lost three. Nottingham Forest has scored and conceded so many goals away from home, as you can see. So we expect to see goals on this match. We expect to have at least two goals at 1.29 odds. Finally, for today, we have this game from the Croatia HNL League. It's a game involving Istra 1961 and Dinamo Zagreb. My prediction for this match is Dinamo Zagreb to win on Jono Bet at 1.21 odds. So here we give Dinamo Zagreb the advantage. They've been very impressive, and they should be able to win Istra 1961 or at least Jono Bet at 1.21 odds. Looking at the data here, we can see that Istra 1961 are 7 on the table, while Dinamo Zagreb are 8 on the table. And then when we look at the head-to-head between these two teams, we can see that Dinamo Zagreb has always been dominating. They've always been beating Istra 1961. And then when we look at the current form here, we can see that the last six home matches, Istra 1961 has won two times and drew four times. And then when we look at Dinamo Zagreb, you can see that the last six away matches, Dinamo Zagreb has won just once, drew once, and lost four times. So it appears Dinamo Zagreb hasn't really been impressive away from home. But we still give the advantage to Dinamo Zagreb because they're better team, they're bigger team, we call it players, compared to Istra 1961. And then let's briefly take a look at their standings on the table. So when we look at their standings on the table here, we can see that Dinamo Zagreb are third on the table, and they will want to do everything possible to make sure they get into the top two or the first position. A victory for them today will take them close to the top two. So they want to do everything possible to get a victory or at least 1 point from this match. So that's what my prediction here is. Dinamo Zagreb to win or draw a bet at 1.21 odds. So guys, these are all the matches I have for you today with a total of 2.71 odds. Always remember to bet responsibly, guys. Football can be very funny, even with the best analysis. Anything can still happen. So make sure you bet responsibly and do not forget to like this video, share and subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Also remember to join our Telegram channel. The link is pinned to the comment section of this video.